How do I go into bot commands?
It's just a channel in Discord. Like, go to the top of that king thing and go in bot commands.
Yeah.
At the top.
Oh yeah, bot commands. I see it.
And then look at the last time I told Craig to join and leave for the last episode. And
Yeah.
Look at what. Look after it.
Hey, Craig, come back.
Broccoli. Craig, come back. I just scrolled back to copy and paste the command and saw that, and I was like, what the fuck is she on? Right, should we do an episode?
Yeah. I suppose we could always try.
Okay. Hello and welcome to episode 178 of That King Thing, the gaming podcast hosted by us, the King Brothers. I am your host and the eldest sibling, Thomas, and I am joined by the middle sibling, Joshua.
Only just. Hi, everyone.
The littlest sibling, James.
Hi. Fully.
Great. That was a good start.
Yeah.
I've been officially confused and bamboozled by what you two have just said, so that's...
Well, apparently my connection's not that great, so I'm only just here. I don't know why James is fully here. Because, I don't know, I'm not just here. I don't know what game we're playing right now.
I can tell you what game you'll be playing later.
What? FIFA?
No, I'm not telling you. I'll keep it secret until it's time to play the game.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah, that thing. What have we been doing this week, boys?
Played a little bit more Blair Witch.
Oh yeah, how much more you played?
Not too much. I get lost really easily. I can understand that with you, yeah. It's hard. Like, I'm walking around a forest with a torch. I don't know where the fuck to go.
Towards the things?
Yeah, but the camp I'm just going around in circles. Like, whichever way you go, it brings you back to the camp. There's something that I need to do, and I don't know what. But I'm sure I will find it. Google it? No, that's cheating, Joshua. It's not cheating in this day and age, James. Yes, it is.
Is that all you've played then, James, and got lost in is Blair Witch? You've not done anything else?
Pretty much. I played a bit of Zombies with Matt, to be fair. That was something a little bit different to normal. Bit of old school zombies. But yeah, that's it. Fuck all else.
Well, this is going to be a fun episode, isn't it?
Well, I never played anything, so it's not much difference for me.
True. There is that, I guess.
But you've always made do. Why is now any different? It's us two, Thomas. We need to have played something to comment on here. James just adds his little tidbits and then listens to the rest of it. I wish I could add my tidbit.
The problem is, I don't know what I've played that's any different to normal that's worth even mentioning.
You played some Sonic Racers last night.
Do you know what? I'm literally gonna... Joshua, you tell everyone what you've been doing, and I'm just gonna go look at my stream VODs and see what's on.
Alright, so I have played a couple new games on the PC Game Pass. One of them is called Kingsway. And it's basically, you make a character, you run around on a map. It's all played in like a weird operating system style thing. So everything's in Windows, and you've got your health in a separate window, and things attack you, and it comes up in a separate window, and you've got to manage them while also like exploring. It's weird. It's very difficult to describe. It's very different to anything I've played. Once your character dies, he's dead, and you've got to start again. But with each character, you earn gems, and you use the gems to upgrade like your account, and then the next person you make has benefits because of the gems you've spent, and so on. It's quite interesting. It's very weird and different, but it's fun. It's definitely fun. I played 2 characters on it. My first guy died after about half an hour because I didn't know what I was doing, and I got myself stuck and then attacked by shadows. I got killed by shadows. So that was fun.
By shadows, eh?
Yes. Those deadly motherfuckers that don't like the sun.
Turn a fucking light on.
That would work.
I've also played Gears of War 5 with our Patreon, Craig Mitchell. I've played the story and the online modes on that, and they are all pretty good so far. I've not finished the story, so I don't know how it turns out. And I don't want to ruin it for anyone, so I won't mention where I'm up to or anything. But the new mode on that, Escape, is quite fun. You don't play as like the usual main characters like you would in Horde or anything else, or online or the story. You play as like a side character person who purposely gets themselves captured by a snatcher, and once you're in like the hive they take you to, and inside a pod, you break out of the pod and put down like a gas bomb kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you and two other people basically put those down and try to escape the hive that you're now in, while the gas bomb is blown up behind you and filling up the hive behind you as you're trying to get out. So you can't turn around, and you've got to kill everything that's in front of you, and you're going to start with a pistol.
Interesting.
Fair enough. Sounds a bit fucking mental.
Considering they know they're getting themselves trapped, I don't know why they're not going loaded up with guns and they're only taking a pistol. But you start off with a pistol and you've got to find ammo and guns and scrounge your way out of a cave while being attacked by a shit ton of locust and other things. It's fun. It's the most fun mode on there, other than the story.
I completely forgot that it was in Game Pass because they put like the Microsoft Studios stuff in from launch now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And I completely forgot. So I might actually install it and give it a go, because I alpha tested it. Like, I've hinted at it over the last few weeks when we've talked about Gears 5, but I'd assume I can talk about it now.
Did you get to play the escape mode? Are you allowed to talk about it now that the game's out?
As far as I know, I am, but
did you get to play the escape mode?
No, basically the things that I tested were just general deathmatch combat stuff.
Yeah.
And like bug reporting on and stuff like that. But that's why I was talking about last week, that I didn't notice how the chainsaw had changed. I just noticed that when I pressed B like I expected to, it didn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't feel that much different to the old Gears games in terms of the multiplayer for me when I was doing that. It had this weird system where you bought guns based on your kill points, but I think that got introduced around Gears 4. Did it not?
I didn't play Gears 4 online. I only played the story on Gears 4, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it got introduced in the previous one anyway. I don't think it's new.
Yeah, it's based on the amount of eliminations you've got or whatever. If you get so many, then you basically trade them in for a gun.
That's it. Yeah,
that's it. That's all you do, really. I don't think there's much of picking up guns from the floor, really. There might be one weapon in its center or whatever, but there's not a lot dotted around like there used to be, where you knew there was a sniper there and there's a different pistol there or whatever on map. I don't see that on it, unless it's just not in the modes.
It might, yeah. I was just about to say it might have just been the game modes that I played during the tests. And to be fair, the modes that I played and tested could have not been final game modes anyway, to be fair. They could have been the combat mechanics, because I noticed like bugs with sort of like wall mechanics and stuff like that. That was the kind of thing that I was reporting, like when you're leaning on a wall.
Yeah.
Like people were coming off cover and they like sort of glitched and just appeared in front of you rather than the animation playing of them coming off the wall. It was scary as shit when you're a cog and you got a locust just go pow in your face. You're like, shit, he's come from behind the wall. But it was basically like looking for stuff like that and testing it. So it was proper militant. Here is a list of tests you must conduct, like proper. It wasn't just play this game for free and feedback if you feel like it. It was, actual
It
testing.
was. We don't have enough in-house game testers.
Well, no,
so we're
it's
putting it out.
I don't think it's necessarily they don't have enough. It's more that they outsource testing to people playing on actual consoles in actual homes
True.
to get like actual feedback. And it's one of those things where if you don't feedback properly, you don't get invited back for more. So it encourages people to do it properly rather than just I'm going to play this game for free until it gets released kind of mentality.
Like that's what I'd do. Beta test ever.
Yeah, like most beta tests are like that. So that's why these are done the way that they are. But yeah, that's what you're saying kind of makes sense from that. As soon as I can get it for free, I think I'll.
You should get it installed because that escape thing is a 3-player only thing, and it's fun to do. Like I enjoy it quite a lot.
Have you installed it on the Xbox or the PC though?
Xbox. There's no way my PC can play that.
I'm going to attempt to install it on PC and see how it works cross-play.
Well, yeah, because it is a play anywhere title, isn't it? So
yeah, so I should be able to install it, and we should be able to play together.
Yeah.
Plus, I might actually be half decent if I've got a keyboard and mouse. Is that it really for you then, Joshua?
I'm trying to think of anything that I've played that's not my usual. Yeah. I've completed 5 out of 7 worlds of Dr. Mario fully.
Nobody cares about that.
I know. That's why I've mentioned it.
Not even Dr. Mario cares about
that. No, he doesn't. I don't use Dr. Mario. I've not even got him unlocked as a character. He sucks.
It was a joke about the fact he's in his game and he still doesn't care.
He just...
Well, the other new game recently was Borderlands 3.
Not got it yet.
I haven't played it either, so we don't talk about that.
I've watched a bit of it on streams.
What is these?
Neeks. That's a streamer. I've just said a streamer's name instead of the actual answer. That is how tired I am right now. Nitwit. What is Nitwit? You're Nitwit.
Dragonfly.
Forget everything I've told you about the horse. I know that. You told me that this morning.
I'll come over when no one watches Faulty Towers.
There's enough people who listen that watch Faulty Towers, trust me.
Good.
Didn't someone suggest that you get a Manuel tattoo on your ass as part of your punishment?
I'd do that.
So there's at least one person out there that watches it because they made that reference.
It needs to say, what is Nitwit underneath
What is Nitwit? Oh no, what is Witnit? You're the Nitwit.
Moving on.
Yeah, nobody's played Borderlands 3.
No, we haven't. I've watched a few streamers playing it, but I've not watched for long enough to know what's going on because I don't want to know what's going on because I don't want to ruin it for myself.
That's the thing. I don't want to spoil it for myself, so I've kind of tried to live under a rock when it comes to Borderlands 3 at the minute. So I want to pick it up for myself at some point in the very near future. In terms of me, a lot of Elder Scrolls, bits of World of Warcraft, played the new update for Red Dead Online a little bit, which I'll mention as part of the news. Sonic Team Racing. No, sorry, Team Sonic Racing, because it's not the same as Crash Team Racing. It's Team Sonic Racing. I played some of that. I feel like there's something that I've played that wasn't on stream. I played a lot of Marbles on stream, though, which is another game, which is slowly becoming the most popular game on Twitch.
It's brilliant.
It is a good game, to be fair. It's pretty easy.
Watch some balls roll down a track.
I need to play more of that. Well, to be fair, it's become the end of stream game. So when I'm winding down, instead of just ending, I'll kind of come off whatever game I'm playing, and then we'll play half an hour or so of Marbles, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then just go raid someone. So that's been pretty good. Gonna get some Jackbox games or something installed for that. I've got one set already, but I need more. So that'll be fun. And yeah, that's it really. I've not played much outside of that. Not this week anyway. So that's pretty much been me. I'm just trying to have a look, see if I've reinstalled Sea of Thieves. Ready. I played a tiny bit of Sea of Thieves. There we go. That's one thing. So I booted that up to just have a look and see how much stuff's changed and what's changed. And I think I'm going to try and play that a little bit more regular now that there's a bit more stuff. Like, I had the problem with Sea of Thieves of it wasn't anything to do with it being a bad game, or not even, it wasn't even that I didn't enjoy it. The problem I had with it was like almost a burnout where I'd spent that long in alphas and betas and stuff testing it. And I'd spent like 18 months of my life involved in that game, and it wasn't even out. Then it came out, and then I spent another few months playing it a fair bit, and it was starting to feel like a bit, I've lost everything that I worked for on the alphas and betas. Yeah. And I'd got like good amount of gold, good levels. I'd done just so much. And then it was all gone, and I had to start again on the actual game. And I just kind of got a bit of burnout from that. It's like, why am I having to do all this again? I feel so crap doing it all again. Like I've done it all. And it put me off for a little bit. But I think now that there's so much more stuff, I'm ready to go back. So that's my life ruined. That's my life ruined, basically. Elder Scrolls, World of Warcraft, and that. 3 of the most addictive games known to man. Other than, of course, RuneScape, James.
That is more addictive than cocaine.
Hey, a lot of my followers on Twitch like RuneScape, James. You'd be welcome.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to start loving it now.
I didn't say that. I've never said I don't like it. I just like winding you up about
James, you need to get on Twitch and stream RuneScape.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at.
I'll do some scams. I'll
people sit in my chat talking and saying things like, "Oh yeah, I've got 4 prayer, but I'm nearly max level this." I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry,
I'm nearly max level smithing.
You're max level smithing.
Yeah.
Do you remember Get Smithed?
No.
It was a joke that we had
the Smithers
for the podcast. The Smithers. Get Smith. It was another word for like get stuff.
Get fucked.
Yeah. Like it was shoot your face or I'll smith you as well was another one. It's on Urban Dictionary, much like rinse bag. It was just something before the podcast, so nobody except Joshua remembers it clearly.
I'm pretty sure, isn't there a WhatsApp group or something called the Smithers?
It was a Facebook group. There was a Facebook group that we made. It was just us.
What did you do?
I think so. Maybe an ex of mine or something, I don't know. Something ridiculous like that. I should do some news, because I feel like we've just talked shit for the last 20 minutes. If there even is
any, yeah.
There's a little bit. Probably the main thing, I think, to come out of last week was Nintendo Ring Fit Adventure, which is simultaneously the weirdest and most interesting thing Nintendo have released since Labo.
Just working out old, isn't it?
It's like Wii Fit Mark II, isn't it? It's like the new Wii Fit, I guess. It's somewhere between Wii Fit and Kinect, I guess, as well, because it's still motion controllers and stuff like Wii Fit was. But it seems like you have to be a little bit more active than you did with Wii Fit to be able to work it, because it's got this... It's essentially, for anyone who's not seen it yet, it's this big ring thing. You put one half of your Joy-Con controller in it, and it's got like resistance. So you like push it in this ring, you can pull it out, and it's got resistance. You like sort of lift it and hold it above your head and do like twists and stuff. It's a very like universal thing, and it acts in a lot of ways. But then on top of that, you've also got like a leg strap for the other half of the Joy-Con. So it can sense you walking or moving, and you sort of walk through the world by actually sort of walking or jogging on the spot. And then to sort of block being attacked, you hold the ring up in front of you, and then to like use it to throw something at an enemy, you sort of put your hand either side of it and like pull it out like you're drawing the string on a bow. There's one where you sort of hold each side and like push inwards on it to try and squash it, and that sort of does a powerful spell. And so it's like a weird hybrid of adventure game meets Wii Fit, I guess.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of do you remember Kinect Adventures on the Xbox?
Yeah.
Where it was a motion game. It was designed to get you to move in certain ways, but the general premise was like go around and explore and collect things and stuff like that. It's a little bit like that, but I think a bit more advanced now that we've moved on in terms of like game technologies and stuff. So it looks interesting. I just don't know if it's going to retail at £70 here in the UK.
That's
so
a lot.
I'm going to assume that you're going to be pushing $100 for it, like $99 or something. And if you're then paying in kangas, you're going to be looking at like 130 kangas easy. If not more, like maybe even 140 kangas. That's ridiculous.
Kangas can't afford that.
News.
You know, I've just realised because we went into the news without music, I never gave you the pause, did I?
No, but he's done it. He done my...
What I like is is the way that when I put the music in edit, in post, we're just gonna roll into it. And everyone's going to be like, oh, he didn't say it. And then randomly now, we're just going to go, news. And then I talk about it for 5 minutes and just ruin the joke. Yeah, like it comes out next month, so it's not too far away either. The videos make it look a combination of interesting and cheesy. Like,
yeah, it looks more enticing than, what's it called? The cardboard shit. You know what I'm on about.
I don't.
Where you fold cardboard and
Labo. I mentioned Labo earlier.
Labo.
I said,
yeah. I didn't.
I said it's the most interesting and weird thing they've released since Labo.
All right. Well, it looks better than Labo, that's for sure.
Yeah, but they're different purposes, aren't they? They're not designed for the same thing. But yeah, it looks interesting, and at £70 at launch. Honestly, I don't think I'd get it straight away. However, if like a decent Christmas time deal or New Year deal comes up, I'd be tempted to at least give it a go. Yeah. Because I'm sure there'll only be more games over time that start incorporating the device, and they'll maybe like bring out slightly different versions of it that do slightly different things. But there's like a whole traditional fitness regime in it where it'll get you to do certain exercises, and you like say, oh, I want to work my core and my stomach, so it'll like give you exercises for that, or I want to work my legs or my arms, and it'll give you exercises dedicated to that. So it's not just a game. There is like actual fitness stuff in it. And I really want to sort of see how the tension thing works in the ring itself, because it sounds like you can adjust it, which shut up, James.
Tension in the ring.
Yeah, we got the joke, and now you've ruined it by saying it. So, but yeah, I'd consider it. I'd consider it. In other news, E3 is apparently going to become a fan, media, and influencer festival, and less of a trade show, which is its roots. The ESA, who run the expo itself, have basically listed a bunch of intentions to capitalize on this whole generation of the influencer is king, and the fact that the Keanu appearance for Microsoft had such a viral hit and viral success. So I think they're just trying to capitalize on that in what is honestly a bit of a danging expo. Like, people don't really go to it so much anymore because it is just it's like I don't know what it is anymore. I think this is the problem. Like, it used to be a trade show, and the idea of it was like it was about selling the game to people who will then sell the game for you, as in like stores and stockists and shit like that. And over years, it's evolved into what it is now, where it's a little bit more open. And then you've got so many kind of public tickets and stuff like that. And now they're looking at adding another 50,000 public tickets, I think it was. So there's going to be even more available for next year. It's just whether or not it's going to actually be an improvement or not, I guess. It sounds like there's going to be a whole lot of like celebrity endorsement and celebrity on stage and celebrity playing this game, celebrity playing that game, like celebrity versus celebrity on Fortnite, like stupid shit like that. And if it turns into that, I will lose interest fast.
Yeah. We'll make his own.
What, his own expo?
Yeah.
All right. I'll just get Sony on the phone and be like, guys, I know you don't like E3 anymore. Do you want to come to Kingfest 2020?
Watch me for 20 minutes pick fluff out my belly button.
Next up, Joshua picking fluff out of his belly button.
At least think of something original to do when you're following him up. Jeez.
No, they want to see more.
Of all the things in the world that you could do, it's I'm going to pick fluff out of my belly button too.
Yeah,
and
why
then
not?
I'll nose whistle into my microphone whilst I'm doing it.
Direct reference and calling out that guy who's from, well, he was from Sledgehammer, he's not anymore, is he? So
he's redundant.
What?
He's with PUBG Corp now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he did. He went to PUBG Corp. Yeah, we talked about it a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's that guy. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head, but
Captain Nose Whistle.
Captain Nose Whistle. Captain Nose Whistle and the Battle of the Blue Wall. But yeah, essentially E3 is going to change as early as next year, potentially.
If it's more consumer based, it might not be that bad. It depends on how badly they try and do what you're saying, where they're getting loads of people to just turn up.
Yeah.
Just because they're a celebrity. Like, why? Why not just do what you're doing now and chuck the odd celebrity in every now and then, like Keanu Reeves?
The only way that works is because he's actually in the game.
Exactly.
Celebrities to come in and just randomly, like if they get some stupid random nonsense person to come and introduce FIFA instead of getting a footballer to come and do it, or an ex-footballer or something like that. That might work, but
yeah, but perspective for you. The whole thing with Keanu was a little bit of a surprise, wasn't it? It was nobody officially knew he was in the game. And the whole thing was, I'm Keanu Reeves, and I'm here to show you that I'm in Cyberpunk. And that was like the whole big thing.
True.
The flip side was, what's the dude's name from Walking Dead and Punisher?
Walking Dead, Shane.
Yeah, he's in. I know Shane in Walking Dead.
Something Bernthal. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah, Bernthal. So Bernthal comes on stage to talk about Ghost Recon and a game that everybody already knows he's in because they've seen him in it. And nobody cares about Bernthal. They're more interested in the fucking dog. Like, that's what celebrity presence does. Like, nobody cared because they already knew he was in the game anyway. Yeah. The whole thing that made the Keanu Reeves thing viral was... It's Keanu Reeves, and most people love Keanu Reeves anyway because he's like this sound guy that just
somehow looks immortal.
He looks immortal, and he's existed since the beginning of the millennia. So everyone loves him anyway because he's like this humble guy. It was a big reveal for I'm going to be in Cyberpunk, and then there was just that weird moment with the whole thing, like, it's going to be breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. Like that was the thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily the fact that it was Keanu, but I guess that helped. It was just like a funny moment, I guess, that everyone loved.
Mm.
But Keanu's always been a meme.
Keanu on a bench, his sandwich.
Well, there's Lonely Sandwich Keanu. There's Bicycle Helmet Keanu. There's the What If Keanu, the one where he's the confused teenager. And now there's There's Breathtaking Keanu, the one where there's like a big version of him and then a little version of him, and it's like me and then my mom or whatever it is. Like there's just so many. Keanu is should call him Keanu memes.
No, I don't think that's gonna catch on.
Pretty fucking fair. What else is in the news other than that? There was something else I thought. Oh, Red Dead Online. I said I'd talk about that a little bit. So Red Dead Online has had a new update. If you haven't already been on and seen it, just install it. Essentially, it adds like 3 new activities. So there's bounties, which is going out headhunting NPCs that are wanted. There's a trading thing, which is all about literally trading goods and becoming a master trader. And then there's a treasure hunting thing. But it turns out after trying it this week, it's not as free as it first may seem. So the update is free. You can... I got conned twice, basically, during this update.
Go on.
So con number 1, I took the traders quest because I was like, well, I like going out hunting, skinning stuff, and then selling it to the butchers anyway. What this is potentially going to do is allow me to make more money out of that by going and looking for specific things, because I think that's the idea of it. So I set that up. I did the quest that unlocks the initial trading thing.
Yeah.
And then it says, you've been rewarded 2 trading coins to get you started. Here's a list of things that you can buy with the trading coins. And there was this really nice looking saddle. So I was like, oh, that's only 1 trader's coin and I've got 2. So maybe they're going to be hard to come by in the future. But out of everything that's there, I really like that saddle. So I'm going to buy it. So I spent 1 of my trading coins on the saddle. And it was like, go to the, you know, you flick through the catalog to buy things and then they get delivered to you. Yeah. So it was like, go to the catalog to claim your saddle. So I was like, cool. Flick through the catalog. Yeah, here's your saddle, but it's going to cost you $528 in game. Like, what? I don't even have $528 in game because I'm a poor bastard. But even if I did, that's stupid because I've just spent this coin for the privilege of unlocking it, basically. All I've done is unlock the ability to buy it with money anyway. So what was the fucking point? So that was the first one where I got conned. Where I was like, I spent this coin and I'd have been better off probably saving it because it wasn't clear that I was going to have to spend. Because it did say something about $528. It said retail price this, but it made it look to me like it would normally cost you $528 out of the store. But here, you can buy it with this trading coin that you've worked hard to earn. In the same way that it's like this horse costs you like $600, or you can spend 3 gold bars on it instead, which is the real money currency conversion. So it was like it struck me as one of those kind of moments, and it just wasn't. It was, you've just unlocked the privilege to spend your dollars on this. Like, wow. So that pissed me off. Then we went to go do the treasure hunting one and sat through this like sort of, I don't know, 3 minutes of blurb where she's explaining who she is and what she does and how it all works and all this stuff. It's like, cool. And then it says like, oh, she's a traveling merchant, so she'll move around. So even when you've got the item, when you go back to her, she might be somewhere else. So make sure you keep an eye on the map as to where she is. Like, all right, sounds cool. And then it popped up saying, go return to her now, speak to her. Now you've seen the cutscene and get your treasure collector's bag, because you need the collector's bag to be able to collect these specific items for the collector's missions. 15 gold bars in.
So in order to go and do the new content, you have to spend money on gold to get the thing to be able to go do it.
For that one specifically, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Rockstar, you've done it again.
It's it sort of pissed me off a little bit, because like I was expecting a free update and I was expecting it to be, I wasn't expecting it to be like completely free in game. Don't get me wrong. I was expecting it to be like in GTA, where you have to maybe fork out a bit of money to buy a clubhouse or a casino, not a casino, like a nightclub, or
and put work
bunker.
into it.
You've got to do something, and then you can build it up. And the only one that seems like that so far out of the three is the trading one, because the trading one didn't cost me anything to start it. I just had to do a mission to like unlock it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think gold bars are actually that expensive to buy. I don't think. Like, I'm literally, as we're talking now, just trying to see how much they are. But 25 gold bars is $10 at the moment, from the looks of this. So the 15 gold bars, I guess, isn't actually that much in retrospect, because it's going to be like $7 or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's maybe not too much. Maybe I'm over exaggerating a bit as to how much this is going to cost me. It just annoyed me that I don't like using the fast travel system, and I know that's my own fault for personal preference and all that shit. But I like to sort of ride across the map if I'm going to somewhere that's at the other side, because I enjoy the experience of riding through the wilderness, and like you might see some deer or some elk or something that I play Red Dead as horse riding simulator, as it was infamously branded when it first came out. And I play it like that. Like, I ride the horse around everywhere, and I'll like stop off and kill some shit, skin it, put it on the back of my horse, and then carry on if I see something that I want to kill. So I spent like 10, maybe even up to 20 minutes, like fucking slowly making my way across the map to find this woman, who then goes, "You need to spend some real money on some gold bars though, kid, because you ain't got none." Like, what the fuck? Really annoyed me. And so then, as a consequence, I didn't bother trying the bounties thing. Plus, I just wasn't in the mood at that point to go have to find out that I need to like spend 50 quid to become a sheriff, to be able to, like a sheriff's deputy, to be able to go and complete bounty
Fool
missions.
me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, fuck you.
Fool me 3 times, I've already turned the game off, isn't it? So that's the good and the bad, I guess. Like, and I bet people that play Red Dead Online are probably laughing at me, like going, as if you haven't even got 15 gold bars, because you do accrue them through the game by doing missions. Like, you get dollars, and then you get like a golden nuggets, which are like just basically pieces of a bar. So it's something like 100 nuggets make a bar. Like, it's just another currency that comes in pieces. So you can slowly accrue it, which is why I've got like 3.5 gold bars or something at the minute. But there's also a lot of cosmetics in the game that are nice that you can only buy with gold bars. So I want to save those kind of things for these special items of clothing or whatever, or these special horse breeds, not spend it to unlock content.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my 50 pence worth, because it's a bit more than a penny's worth, isn't it? So that's Red Dead Online. I guess I should stop ranting and do something fun now, shouldn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's try.
Okay.
It's time to play a game.
It's time to play the game.
I did that quite well last week. Did you notice?
No,
Yeah.
I did not notice.
If you listen back to the podcast, James did the time to play a game pretty much spot on, and then I sang the guitar riff pretty much spot on.
We don't need fucking music.
No.
We can do it ourselves.
This week's game is my game. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot it was my turn to host the game this week until a matter of hours ago, when I sent a message to these two in our group chat and said, "Is it my game this week?" To which I was told yes. To which my reply was along the lines of,
Oh, shit.
Oh, there you go. Oh shit. So yeah, I've come up with, it's one of my classics in a way, but it's one that's fairly easy for me to come up with. It's not like proper trivial, I guess. It's a little bit simpler, but it's an infamous game of 3-2-1 this week.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go again. In terms of the overall scores, I've just realised I nearly forgot to mention that. At the moment, I'm on 15 wins. Joshua's on 5. James is on 7. So it's between you two this week. Joshua can either close that gap back up, or James can start to pull away, and then we'll have another 2.5 year Joshua forfeit.
Well, yeah. At this rate, we've got to wait a year before anyone does a forfeit. So
Yeah, it seems to be the way.
I'll see you next
Right.
Christmas.
So that being said, it is 3-2-1, as I mentioned before. For those who are newer or have just not heard an episode with 3-2-1 in it before, the way that 3-2-1 works is I will give these two a clue. In this particular episode, it is all characters. Sometimes I mix it up a bit, but in this case, it is, well, generally it's characters. But in this case, for this week, it is all characters. So I'll give these two a character that's guessable, but sort of harder to guess the game that they're from. And if they get it from that character, it'll be 3 points. If they then need the second character, the second clue, they'll get 2 points for getting it right at that point. And if they need the third character, it goes down to 1 point. And it's just a case of who gets the most points by the end. So there's 10 of these. So there's plenty to go at.
Good.
Potential 30 points on offer for someone.
Oh.
I doubt very much either of you will score 30. I'm just saying. If either of you get close, I'll be very surprised. I think there'll be a few go. My prediction is we'll get 2 3-pointers, a few 2s, and then 5 1s. That's my prediction right now. I'm going to write that down, actually. 2 3-pointers, 3 2-pointers, and then 5 1-pointers. I'm going to see if that comes true.
Let's just go for
no,
1 point.
I'm just saying like how I've written the questions. I think that they're challenging, but achievable. So we'll do it as buzzer because I like screwing you both over like that.
Okay. Thanks.
Are you both ready for game number 1, or clue number 1 for game number 1, should I say?
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. TK Baha.
Oh shit! What's that from? Fuck.
I'll give you a little bit of an added clue. His first name is actually Teddy, so it's Teddy Baha, but his nickname is TK. Can you see why I picked this one?
Yeah.
If I don't have any guesses in order to keep things moving, I will eventually move on to character number 2.
I really recognise his name, but I'm gonna say go for the second one.
James, you got any guess before I give out the second character?
Not a Scooby Doo.
Okay, the second character is Mad Moxie.
Joshua.
Yes.
It's Borderlands.
It is indeed Borderlands. Teddy TK Baha is the
It's
blind
from the first
guy.
one, yeah.
Well, they're all in the first. I think Mad Mox is in the first one anyway, but the last one was going to be Claptrap. So you see what I mean about it eventually gets easier.
2 points to me.
2 points to you. So I'm just colouring in which ones you got it on so that I can see if my guesses were right. So yeah, Mad Moxie got you 2 points. So the next one is Warren Vidic.
Oh, I know that.
I was really hoping James would take the piss and say FIFA, because obviously there used to be a footballer called Vidic. Does he even still play anymore, James?
No, Village is long gone.
I thought he was. Played in Man U, right?
Yeah.
I'm just stalling for time for Joshua to think, because I don't think you've got it, have you, James?
I don't know, no. I recognise the name, but...
I think you both recognise it.
Yeah, I do. I don't know what.
Okay, I'll give you the second clue then. So the second character is Lucy Stillman.
James.
Yes, James.
Oh,
That's the
shit,
bitch
I
from Assassin's Creed.
It is Assassin's Creed, correct. Warren Vidic is the doctor.
Has he got one armed?
I can't remember if he's one-armed or not. He's the one that's controlling the experiments in the original Assassin's Creed. Lucy Stillman's the assistant, and then Lucy obviously turns out to be an assassin. Spoilers! And Desmond and Lucy escape together. And Desmond was the last clue, so you'd have definitely got it by that. Yeah. So that is another one down. That makes it 2-2. Next one is Wade Herbert. This one's a little more
James!
Yes, James.
Come to thought, it's the cousin. Wade?
It is Cousin Wade from GTA 5. That is a good guess. The other two would have been Martin Madrazo, which I think you'd have probably both got it on, or at least one of you would have got it. And then the last one was an obvious Michael DeSanta. They're always obvious by the time I get down to one. So, Wade Herbert. That's the first 3-pointer gone. Yeah. So that puts you on 5 altogether, James. So I'm going to insert another row to keep overall score.
My cousin Wade lives in Los Santos.
What?
The guy. The
you trying to impersonate him?
Yeah.
For a start, you're doing an impersonation as Wade while calling someone else Wade.
Yeah.
What's his cousin called?
I can't remember what his cousin's called.
I did see this because I was tempted to use his name.
That's what I thought it was.
No, Wade's
the dumb one.
Yeah.
Wade's the one that's like the insane clown posse guy with the weird face makeup half the time and stuff. And like really, really stupid, and hangs around with Trevor and Ron, who was another name I nearly used, is Ron's name.
Yeah.
Jakowski. Yeah, I can tell you that. Ron Jakowski. I can't remember. Let me get the same page I had earlier. Because I did have his name up in front of me. Floyd.
Floyd
is cousin.
That's who I thought it was.
Now you can do your impression, James.
No, I'm all right, thanks.
Okay. Moving on. The next game, or the next character, should I say, is Martin Lee.
Shit.
I do not have a clue.
I think you might need to go to the next one for that.
Okay, so Joshua's pretty much passing on the 3-pointer. Yeah. James, are you going to have a go or anything?
I've not got a clue.
You've not got a clue? Okay, I'll move on to the second one, which is a 2-pointer. I think this one makes it a bit too easy, but Mary Jane.
Joshua.
James?
Oh, it was Joshua just.
It's the Spider-Man. Marvel's Spider-Man, if that's what it's officially called.
Yeah, it was Spider-Man. I was struggling to get a second one that I thought was easier than Martin Lee, but not as obvious as Peter Parker. It was really difficult because I was going to have like Fisk, or I could have like Otto Octavius because that'd have been too obvious. I was just like
May Parker.
May Parker's fucking obvious, isn't it? Like,
they're all obvious. That's the point.
Exactly. And after I'd done Martin Lee, I was like, they're also obvious after this. So maybe I should have used somebody else.
Scores?
So that makes it 5-4 to James because you've had 2 2-pointers.
Yep.
And James has had a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. So it's 4-5. Next one. Hedrick Amon. I'd be proud if either of you got it off this one. I know I would, but I don't think either of you two would.
Joshua.
Oh, shit. I'll give him a clue.
Diablo?
Shit, sorry.
You just give me a clue.
Well, I accidentally gave you a clue, I'd say, by saying, I know I'd get this, but I don't think either of you two would. And then you just went, Diablo! Yes.
Has that worked out for me?
Yes, he is from Diablo 3. He's the blacksmith in Diablo 3. The one that you help him kill his zombie
follows
wife.
you around. Yeah, he follows you afterwards.
He follows you around and it always helps you.
Yeah. So I do know who he is, but you really helped me then. So sorry, James.
Sorry, that's on me. That's the second 3-pointer though. So if you get any more, then my prediction's screwed. Basically, from here, you both need to all get 1-pointers as well because I've predicted 2 3-pointers, 3 2-pointers, and that's what we've had already. So Yeah, the others were King Leoric, which I think you'd have probably got it from there,
Yeah.
Joshua, or at least had a better
I
clue.
would have. Yeah, definitely.
And then the last one was a bit of an obvious one because it was "Stay a while and listen," Deckard Cain.
I thought you meant.
Okay, so with that making it 7-5, sorry, James. The next one is Marcus.
That's a bit. Yeah.
This is officially the hardest one on the board, I think. I've got a feeling that you're both going to maybe even struggle when it gets down to 1 point on this one, but we'll see.
Joshua. I'm just going to guess.
Okay, Joshua,
throwing
just
it out
guess.
there. Watch Dogs.
It's not Watch Dogs.
Okay.
Although my random game generator did keep suggesting Watch Dogs to me. So. James, any guess before I give you a second clue?
Not a clue.
Might as well have a guess.
The only Marcus I can think of is Gears of War Marcus, but
It's not that one.
Yeah,
So
it wouldn't be just
I'd have given it as
Marcus,
Marcus Phoenix. So yeah. Okay, character number 2 for 2 points is Kara.
No. Not making me think of anything specific at all.
No, so nothing from Joshua. James, you got any guess before I move it on?
not a clue.
Not a clue. Okay. The last one is Connor.
Joshua.
Yes.
Is it Red Faction?
It's not Red Faction, no. Although that would be a good one for future. Thank you. So, James, I'll let you have a guess, and then if not, it is
Marcus,
0 points
Kara,
all
and Connor.
around. Yeah.
Connor Kenway. No, that's you'd give the name.
No, that's that you're thinking of Assassin's Creed, and I've already used Assassin's Creed, so it's not that.
Are we doing guessing now? Or are we not?
I don't know.
know.
I think he was just saying Connor Kenway, so I'm not counting that as a guess. I'm just
All right.
The Walking Dead.
It's not. No, I'll give you one last little clue for all three of them. All three of them are, I guess, cyborgs.
That does not help.
Oh, is it fucking Detroit?
Your name, James.
It is James.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Detroit Become Human. So
Yeah.
Marcus, Kara, and Connor
I'd have never got
are
that if you
the
didn't say that.
3 different cyborg things that you play as through the course of the game. So there you go.
All right.
1 point for James. That makes it 7-6.
Woo!
7-6 to him or to me. I can't remember where we're at.
To you.
Oh,
To me, to you.
to you, to me.
It's only to you now.
Yeah, to me, he's dead. Only a certain section of listener are going to have understood that joke. Okay, the next one is Triss Merigold for 3 points.
Oh shit! Why do I know that name so well? Do I know that name so well?
I don't know, do you?
I don't fucking know. It's just. What the fuck? It's got Triss in it. I know why I know that name so well. But I don't know if I'm right or not. I don't know if that's the last name or not. Fuck.
Are you going to guess or what?
Which 3?
Unfortunately, for James, that is correct.
I've not played all the way through it. I've watched Sammy play it, so I've not got into it as much as what she has.
Prick.
Honestly, you've taught me Triss's last name though.
Well, I don't think he cares. Oh, I know I don't, but I definitely don't think James cares.
Prick.
So that makes it. What does that make it? That makes it 10-6 to Joshua at the minute. But there's still 3 left, so it's definitely winnable for both of you. So 10-6. Victor Sullivan is the first one.
I don't know.
I recognise the name.
Same.
Is it not the guy from I don't know that. What?
Is that? Are you having a guess there?
I don't know. He sort of stopped halfway
You're like,
through.
is he the guy from?
I don't know I don't know what his last name is. I don't. Do I get locked out if I guess?
You'd get locked out of the 3 points, but then when we go to 2, if Josh hasn't got a guess, it'd open back up to you.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go Uncharted then.
You going what?
Uncharted.
Yeah, you little.
Yeah.
I did not expect you to get that. I'm not going to lie, James. I'm really sorry. Yeah, it's Sully from Victor Sullivan is the full name of Sully from Uncharted. That's why I thought it'd be a difficult 3-pointer and catch you out. But yeah, it is. It's Victor.
Well done, James.
The others that I was going to use that you'd have probably got it from is Elena Fisher, who is his missus.
Definitely.
And then instead of using the very obvious Nathan Drake, I went with Sam Drake, who's his brother in he's in Uncharted 4. So, but yeah, I'm proud of you there, James.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
He's a treasure hunter person, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Sully who hangs around with him all the time and helps him hunt for treasure. Yeah,
With the pedo stash.
yes, he has got a bit of a pedo stash. Moving on. The next one, so that makes it 10-9, by the way. So he's definitely back in the game now. The next one is Koala Kong.
Joshua.
Oh shit!
Yes,
It's
Joshua.
from Crash Bash.
I'll accept. I just got Crash Bandicoot in general. I've not got a specific game. Because I really didn't expect CDV to get that quick.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
always Tiny Tiger, Koala, Kong, and whatever else. It's always a word, and then
Come on, Joshua. No. Carry on. By all means, carry on.
Go on,
What are you on
what
about?
do you think my next one would have been? Name another one. Because that'd have been the 2-pointer. You might be able to get it.
Oh, let's think then. I'll be here a while thinking this.
Cranky Croc.
No. Think of like, an actual Crash Bandicoot character that's of that
Tiny
same.
Tiger.
No, that one would have been too obvious for 2 points.
Trying to think who else is on it now.
James, if you get it, I'll give you 2 points.
Oh,
Pervy Penguin.
No, just was frozen out. James, you got a guess?
What's his face? Dingodile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Genuinely, James is like, I'm giving it. Sorry, Joshua, but I'm giving him the 2 points. That was fucking brilliant.
He could have 2 points because I'm still in front.
You're not with the 2 points.
I've just got 3.
Yeah, I put you on 13. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not added it up yet. Sorry. Excuse me from. So it's 13-11 going into the final one. If James gets this in the first one or the second one, well, the first one James wins, the second one James ties, and then if it goes any further than that, Joshua wins. Or if Joshua gets it, obviously he wins. So I can't believe he got Dingodile. The last one was Aku, by the way. Okay, the last one for 3 points. Edgar Ross.
I know that.
Shit.
Why do I know? Oh, James, Red Dead.
Joshua's going to regret letting you have the Dingodile point. Because that is exactly right. Edgar Ross.
Oh, shit.
The others would have been Micah Bell and Dutch van der Linde.
Yeah, Micah.
The others. James, 3 points for you, puts you on 14. Meaning, overall, you win. And actually, do you know what? Considering what I predicted for you both at the start of that game, I'm quite proud
you
of
owe us
you.
an apology.
I owe
We
you an
got a lot more
apology.
3-pointers than you thought we would.
You did. So overall, between you actually got 5 3-pointers. So no, you got 6 3-pointers.
What? How many did I get?
Out of those, you, James, got
I think
1,
you got 4.
2. You got 3 of them, and Joshua got 3 of them.
Oh.
James got the GTA 5 Wade Herbert, Victor Sullivan from Uncharted, and then the last one, Edgar Ross. Joshua, you got Koala Kong, Tris Marigold, and Haedrick from Diablo 3.
Yeah.
See, there you go. That's why it balances back out a bit. I gave Joshua a little bit of a subtle clue. and then James got the Dingadale point. So
That's
I
the
think
only
that
reason.
balances it back
That
out.
clue is the only reason I let James have 2 fucking points as well. 'Cause I felt bad for him.
And then in terms of the 2-pointers, you got one each at the beginning, Mad Moxie and Lucy Stillman. Joshua got the obvious Mary Jane one, and James got the backup one when I was doing the Crash Bandicoot for Dingadale. And only one went down to 1 point, and that was what I would say is arguably the hardest one. Unless you've played Detroit, I think it's probably the hardest one. Well done, though. About it. Overall scores, I'll quickly run through them, and then we can move on. It is, I'm on 15 wins, Joshua's on 5, and James is actually starting to pull away. He is now on 8.
I just want to point out as well, I've won 4 games on the bounce.
Have you?
I actually have.
Even though you hosted one of them.
Yeah, but
in terms of the ones you played.
That's a personal win for me. No. The ones I've played, yeah, I've won 4 on the bounce. Not that I'm keeping score, I'm just letting you know.
Well, I am.
You don't need to keep score. We keep score in general.
It's time to move on to the final part of the show. I don't know which of you wants to read this. I don't know if you want to alternate it because it's...
Let's alternate
it.
Yeah. Go on, James. You go first.
David Underground, moo, 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 Faria. Is that right?
That's as close as it needs to be, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What's the question? He did not say that. That is James King saying that. What is the genuine question?
It was Joshua actually picked it this week. It was what's your biggest sort of letdown or disappointment in terms of a game ending or a final boss or anything like that? So like the sort of biggest kind of anticlimactic ending to a game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll restart anyway. David Underground, moo, 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 Faria. General Ramm, he was a disappointment.
He was. He didn't generally ram anything, really.
You fight Ramm on the train? You do, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah, it is a bit shit, that. There's an interesting pattern that you may see develop here. I'm just going to point that out.
Do all the first letters of the name spell something?
No, there's just quite a few that people that mention gears from what I noticed, I think.
I'll go on to the next one. So it's HJ1403 has said that giant pile of shite wildlands 100% worst ending I've ever experienced.
I didn't mind it. It's all right.
I wouldn't call the whole game a giant pile of shit. The game was a good game. The ending was anticlimactic, though, I think, James. Do you not agree? Where we just go find him in that palace thing at the top and shoot him or whatever and capture him.
Well,
you shoot him and arrest him, don't you?
You don't actually do it, do you? I thought the woman does it.
Oh yeah, it's something like that.
Doesn't it depend on what you've completed around the map? You get a different ending.
I can't remember.
There is a slight difference. You are right there, Joshua. Depending on how many of his generals and stuff you've actually taken down and how much of the cartel you've taken down, does vary the ending slightly.
I can't remember in what way.
That's what we're saying there. There's definitely 2 endings, I think. One, he dies, and in another one, he's just sort of arrested and captured. If you've not played Wildlands and finished it by now, and know that the cartel guy dies at the end, or even gets
arrested.
But if you've not worked that out yet, then well,
go back on
what I'm saying. Well. Anticlimactic ending, but I think it's harsh calling the whole game shite. That's my feedback on that.
Agree. Dummy 2008, Paul Carter of the Paul Posse.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Mass Effect 3, after all the build-up in the series, I wanted a massive war/space battle with the Normandy versus Reapers. We'll avoid all spoilers in case anyone is still intending to play through.
That's what Nintendo are going to make you say instead of intending in 2042.
I've left that spelling mistake. He did correct himself or whatever, or point it out, but I thought I'd leave it in for the joke because it is a good joke.
Well, avoiding spoilers in case anyone is still intending to play it through. But overall, the end was depressing to bear witness to.
I never even finished Mass Effect 3.
And then they tried to make new games.
And then they made games with no eyelids.
Yes. Next up is Nick Earl. Well, to be honest, it was Joshua in the bedroom the other night, but that's another story. Oh, I had a good time, Nick. That's not very fair. Knew I should have asked James. Well,
Alabama Hot Pocket, come get your Alabama Hot
don't.
Pocket.
Shut up.
no.
Don't make that a thing.
Nick's actual game boss, though, I would actually have to say Bowser in Super Mario. Tom, I'll have a cold red tin here for you when you come to visit, mate.
That's because I said I was going to go to Australia last week, isn't it? I just realised what that's in reference to. I was like, I'm going to go to Australia and visit everyone because we've got loads of Australian listeners, and then name 2.
That's like Joshua with his Crash Bash reference.
They're all like Tiny Tiger and yeah, but you proved my point saying Dingodile.
Dingodile dingoes are Australian.
How did that?
It's alliteration.
Well, it's set in Australia, isn't it?
I imagine so.
Joshua, we've had this question in a game recently. It was called "Where in the World," and I gave you a game and asked what country it was set in, or vice versa. I can't remember which it was.
You're saying that to me like I should remember. James is the memory recall master.
I do.
Joshua, I believe you won the game, so yeah.
My geography's poor.
Bowser in Super Mario, by the way, is a bit of an anticlimax because there's a really good meme that I've seen in the past where it's like, okay, so what I've done is I've set up an anti-failsafe switch here for you. So if anyone should come and attack you, you can flick the switch. Oh, what does it do? It retracts the bridge completely. It's like, oh, that's brilliant. And then it's like, but what if somebody jumped over me? And then it's just a gif of Mario going, bop, and landing on the switch and destroying Bowser.
Craig Mitchell says, the chainsaw-wielding priest off Gears 2, Scourge, seemed hard as nails, was soft as shit, even on Insane.
Yeah. How on earth he managed to get 2 chainsaws on end of a stick? I don't know.
Oh, that guy.
That guy,
yeah.
Jalapeno on his stick.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who it was from that description. I couldn't, but yeah, 2 chainsaws on a stick. I remember that now.
Yeah. It was shit. It was a piece of piss to kill.
Yeah, it was. It was easy, that.
Broccoli has said, I love Spider-Man, that's pretty obvious, but I was slightly disappointed after finishing the game for the first time. I felt like there could have been a lot more content after you finish it. It feels very repetitive, and you've almost got no choice but to replay the game from the start if you want more content. The ending also feels a lot like the movies where you're left expecting a follow-up. Overall, still a great game.
Yeah, I don't think it's about it being a bad game either. To just back that up, it's like a bit of a slightly let downy ending, and the Spider-Man one does kind of go, oh, there's another game coming. Like the movie, comparing it to the movies is actually a really good way to compare it because it's like saying, hey, do you remember where like how there was a film that fucking really annoyingly did it. It was like just proper open for follow up. Well, yeah, I know a lot do, but there was one really specific one. Like, I can't remember, but...
Lion King.
No, I'm going to shut up and just move on. I understand the point, is what I was getting at. Shut up.
Batman.
Just read the next one.
Aladdin.
A Bug's Life. Who doesn't want a Bug's Life too?
There isn't a Bug's Life too.
What?
Yeah.
Is there actually?
I'm Googling it now. I'm going to give it a soft Google.
I'm Googling it with you.
It's already coming up in my Google, so it's definitely...
Oh my God. A Bug's Life 2.
Is it in production?
Ah, it's in production. Damn.
Fuck yes! I'd rather be in production than never exist.
Digital Spy It's been 20 years since A Bug's Life Day. 20 years? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's fucking old, that shit.
Fucking hell.
Flick is past it.
That said, with the state of Disney Pixar sequels coming out soon, such as The Incredibles 2 and Toy Story 4, sure one of the most underrated in the canon is an overdue one.
Funny.
So they tweeted something in last year that said, try a new perspective, and it's just a random, it's where the little, what's her name now? The little, what's the little one called? The little girl? Dot.
Yeah.
Dot on top of the 3-leaf clovers shouting down to him. But yeah, it's probably not even real.
Got me semi then as well.
I'm gonna say.
I love how excited you both got when I brought that up. I just remembered seeing
Such a
it.
good
Like, I was like,
film.
yeah, there is A Bug's Life too.
It's chilled. Good.
It is a very good film.
Says, I feel like the ending of Shadows of the Tomb Raider was the sound a balloon makes when you let it go before tying the end.
Would you like to impersonate that noise, James?
That was bad, but okay.
Was it?
It wasn't as good as what I thought it would
Let
be.
me try.
No, I thought you were going to do a lot better than that.
I love that you moved away from the mic this time. That improved it tenfold.
That's all right. Then. Don't get me wrong. I love the game. They didn't have the "she is now the Tomb Raider" thing going on like the marketing said it would. Ricky says Gears of War 2 because you aim the Hammer of Dawn at the big monster until it dies. There's no real battle. You just aim.
That's what the Hammer of Dawn's for.
That used to piss me off on multiplayer.
Yeah, the Hammer of Dawn was stupid online.
Yeah. Fucking dumb. But yeah,
I've just realised that the message that came in for some reason says Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
It does.
Yeah, that's why I read it really slowly because I was like, Tater?
Tater.
I sort of go Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
We should make Shadow of the Shroom. Oh my god.
Shadow of the Shroom.
Shadow of the Shroom Tater, and it can be a jacket potato filled with mushrooms.
Don't give him more hot potato ideas.
Shadow of the Shroom Tater.
Oh, continue.
Oh yeah. Captain America's got in touch. Chris Evans. Who's the best Smash Bros. Character and why is it Banjo and Kazooie?
Oh, this thing.
He clearly enjoyed his criticisms or whatever he's call out last week. The best one, in all honesty, is Kirby.
I mean, yeah, you gotta love a good bit of Kirby.
But
Right, last comment this week.
James, seriously, you've got to admit Kirby is a good character in Smash Bros. Because of the way that you can eat people and just steal the best ability. So you're just using the best ability against them. Kirby's good.
Jerry Narco says Half-Life 2, Episode 2. I mean, do I really need to elaborate? Yes, please.
For
I like
these three,
that.
you probably would. I don't know if Josh has played Half-Life. Do you know what? Even I can't remember it. It's that long ago, but I just remember it being like a couple of people get eaten by robots, and it's just like it's like a oh no moment, and then that's it. It's over. You don't even get to do anything about it. It's just like a oh no, they've all been eaten by robots. If that's the ending, I'm sure that's the ending, but that's how I remember it.
Why specifically Episode 2?
Because it's the second part.
Oh.
It was in 2 parts.
All right, that makes sense then. Thank you.
I don't think there was anything else after Episode 2, anyway. I can't remember. It's been too long.
Kirby's a fat useless shit.
Yeah, okay. On that note, it is the end of the episode, so thank you to everyone who has been in touch this week. Did you notice the theme, the recurring theme through that, either of you? Gears of War came up a lot.
There were a lot of spelling errors.
There were a lot of spelling errors. No, my general point was that Gears of War came up like
twice.
3 times.
Twice.
3 times.
Why? Where does it come up a third time?
Hammer of Dawn.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, Nat's
Chainsaw
Ham-
Priest,
Yep. And General
and
Ram.
then General Ram.
That's 3 times, Joshua.
Yeah.
Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a third of the time Gears of War was mentioned. Just putting that out there.
Ram that up your chainsaw and hammer it.
Episode title. Well done, James.
It's going to be spelled like General Ram, though. It's got to be spelled like General Ram.
Yeah, it will be.
Good.
And then I'll put a picture of General Ram getting a
Chainsaw.
his hammer or something.
That'll do.
It'd make a change if I did some album artwork for the episode this week. I just hadn't had time in the last few weeks. So the last one is still John Travolta. Ironically, it was the Gears of War one, actually.
Quick thing. On Gears of War 5, there's a character skin for Marcus Phoenix, which is Batista, and it is fucking weird.
It's Batista.
It's Batista, it's his voice, it's his face, he's wearing sunglasses. Excuse me.
Does he like walk out of a room and it goes ba-dum, 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 da-da, da-da, da-dum,
Does he jump a lot?
You can't jump on Gears of War, James.
Oh.
Yeah, you've never been able to jump on Gears of War. James.
Oh, I've got some news.
Oh, go on.
Black Ops 4's had an update. It's like a good versus
And
evil.
if you'd like to follow us on Twitter,
Twitter.
is it actually a good update, James?
It's not officially out on Xbox yet. It's 23rd.
No.
But it's like like a Marvel versus whatever.
Oh my god. Okay.
That kind of shit.
Thanks for that.
It's all right.
COD
Don't worry about
Mobile's coming next month, by the way. Just thought
Yeah,
I'd put
but
that out.
it. That'll be a piece of shit.
Probably. If you'd like to find us on Twitter,
Twitter.
it's that_king_thing. If you'd like to find us on Facebook,
Facebook.
just search for that King Thing on Facebook. If you'd like to find us any other way,
Website.
you can go to the website, which is thatkingthing.com, where there are links to YouTube, Discord, Patreon, and many other ways you can follow and support the show.
Support.
That is all for this week. So thank you for joining us for episode 178 of That King Thing. And we hope you're here for episode 179. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, Joshua.
Have I said goodbye? Did you mention So Sick Clothing?
Oh, no, I didn't.
So sick.
No.
SoSickClothing.co. Use code TKT at checkout for 15% off. So I've gone from doing it right at the beginning of the episode last week to at the very, very end this week. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
Ding.
GZ. Hello and welcome. Oh, fucking hell, what a shit start that is.
At least we tried.
It's so hard doing it without music. Hang on, let me focus.
That's what she said.
Here we go. Okay.
That's what she said.
Shut the fuck up.
Funnily enough, that's also what she said.
Right, let's actually try this time.
Can you make that talk?
Yes.
I'll wait for it to shut the fuck up then.
What?
What was that then?
He tried to imitate a dog, but his connection let him down, I think.